Hello again, everyone. Again, I'm Crystal Kelly. Now, in 2016, I did something. I actually bought a crappy car, which I'm sitting in right now, in England, and I attempted, and succeeded, to drive it to Mongolia. I went through about, 19 or 20 countries. I went through all the stands in Central Asia, so I went through Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, and then through Europe, I went through Turkey and Georgia, and then Azerbaijan, and then from Azerbaijan, I took the boat across the Caspian Sea into Turkmenistan. So I had a difficult route, and originally when I signed up for the rally, it's a charity rally, I wanted to do it with a teammate, but I didn't have any teammates. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do it by myself, and probably I'll find somebody to come with me. And I actually had in mind that I really wanted a man to come with me, just because having a man in these countries makes things easier. And I'd been traveling solo at this point, about 7 years. And I'd been living in India for 2 years. I'd been living in Egypt, in Cairo for 2 years. I'd been to some places. I'd been to Mongolia already. I knew how men think in these countries. And I knew how the culture was. And so I really thought, I just want an epic adventure with a friend. So having a man would maybe make my life easier, because just having a man in the car, the men automatically assume that I'm married, and whatever, they leave me alone. Or at least they leave me alone much less than if I'm by myself or if I'm with another woman. So that was my idea. It didn't pan out. I found a guy, I'd never met him before, who offered to jump in the car with me. He was like a hitchhiker, but he lasted 3 days with me. We just didn't get along at all, and he was not going to help me stay safe at all. And actually, he had told me some stories about how he ran away from a knife attack and let his friend get robbed. So yeah, I was like, okay, well, he's not going to keep me safe. So that didn't last. So in Budapest, in Hungary, I had a moment where I had to choose. I was sitting alone, and I was here at the car, like, do I continue? Do I keep going to Mongolia? Because I knew what was waiting for me. I knew how tough it would be as a woman to have these men try stuff with me, harass me, try and, take money. Honestly, taking money is the least of my concerns, the bribe money. I knew I could talk my way out of bribes, but the dynamic of wanting to stay safe and not be harassed, because I've been harassed in India plenty of times. I don't need it anymore. So I had that moment of, do I continue on or do I not? And I continued on because, you know what? I have lived in India, and I've lived in Cairo during the revolution when there was no police in that country. And I have developed tools as a woman, life skills, let's say, on how to stay safe. And I knew I was confident that I could get myself to the finish and be safe, because I knew all of these life skills and tools. And that's exactly what this course is, and that's exactly what I'm going to be sharing with you. And it surprises me how many women don't have these life skills, because actually I picked up a few different women hitchhikers in the rally. And the majority, I was traveling solo, but I did have some hitchhikers, and I was convoying with some teams for some of the stands until my car exploded. And then I was separated and on my own again. And then I had another hitchhiker girl for a little while. And, she even got us into a sticky situation, which I am going to include in the course. It's a bonus footage. I got it all on video. And she got us into some trouble in Russia. Some men were following us in the car. And so, I'm going to include that video for you guys as well, because I want to share some of my stories and experiences to help you, if something similar should happen, what did we do to get away and to get out of that situation? So I think knowledge is the key here. And just the bigger that you can build your knowledge quiver of arrows, the more safe you're going to be. So, you know, she had admitted to me, like, thank God I was with Crystal, because I probably would have been violated by these men or attacked, or, you know, she would have just froze and not known what to do in that situation. And because she was with me, I got us out of that situation and we were safe. So, you know, there are a lot of women that they just don't know. They just don't have the tools. And so that's what I mean, why I knew I was confident to make it to the finish. And you know what? I did. And I drove this little pink car from England to Mongolia and back again. So, we are going to cover that in the course, of course. And yes, thank you again for watching. And I hope that, you know, I don't want to discourage women from doing stuff like the rally, you know, driving from England to Mongolia. And any adventure you can think of. That's the whole point, is I want to empower you and enable you as a woman to still do all of the awesome stuff men get to do, you know, that we want to do as women, to still get to do it, because that's really the point. I don't want you to not go to Mongolia because you're going to get harassed. No, I want you to go to Mongolia and not get harassed. That's really the whole point. So, thank you again, and I'm Krista Kelly. Bye.